Sorry I'm late. I just got off the plane. I had a meeting this morning and everything is all crazy since my promotion. But I'm so happy to see you guys here. How have you been? It's good to see you again. I've been great. It's just a bit busy since I'll open another store next week. My business has grown astronomically this year. You guys should come by my store sometime. Wow, congratulations. Hey Jennifer, I see that you're wearing the new release Cartier watch. You fancy. This? I just bought it for myself in the celebration of the release of my new book. Wow. Oh, congrats Jennifer, you're the famous author now. How about you? How have you been doing, Nee? I'm so happy to see you guys. I've been doing bookkeeping. It's something small, it's not anything big, but it's good. Bookkeeper. A bookkeeper? You are a bookkeeper? Oh, honey, it must have been so hard for you. Nobody could foresee that somebody like you could end up in a job like this. No, I'm good, I'm fine, I'm happy. You don't have to pretend. If there's anything I can help, you can contact me, okay? That is a scenario that I kept playing again and again in my head just to beat myself up ever since I left my corporate job. I know for sure that kind of scenario would never happen to me because my high school friends are lovely people. We just had a call last month or 2 months ago. It was super fun. I was just being an ass to myself. I didn't know that the pressure to be successful, to be a somebody has rooted so deep inside me that the hardest part for me when I left my job was not the finance part, but the part where I have to deal with the guilt of not having a successful career. Today, let's have a chat. I'm not sure if I will be able to cover everything I want to say. I may miss out a lot of things, but I've been wanting to share this with you guys for a long time in the hope that if you are in a similar situation, you would find that you're not alone. And if you cannot relate with any of the things I'm gonna say, then my pain shall be your entertainment. As a kid, I was always pressured to do well in school. My mom knew every single test and exam I had so that she could monitor my grades. It was to the point that I had anxiety every single time my grades were out. I was also very competitive. I got extremely upset whenever I got lower grades than those kids who I considered as my competitors. So growing up, I evaluated my entire existence based on how better or worse I am compared to other people in terms of academic achievement and financial success. Because besides those criteria, it's very sad to admit, but I didn't know what else I could use to measure my self-worth. And so when I left my corporate job, it was so hard. There were weeks that I felt extremely agitated. I couldn't sleep so well. I was cranky all the time. I knew that it was all in my head, but I was so afraid that nobody respects me anymore. At the beginning of my current relationship, I was haunted with the fact that now I'm the one who earns less, who achieves less. And in the past, I was always in relationships with guys who achieve less than me, either academically or financially. I didn't really care about those factors in other people, and it just happened that way. But I guess it matters to me in a sense that I need to be better than my partner in certain aspects so that I could earn his respect. I want to be successful. I want to be better than other people career-wise because I want to earn the respect from other people. I want other people to take me seriously. I want to be worthy of the time that people spend with me. And the thing is, I never use the same ruler for other people. I never care about how much people earn or how well they do in life. I hang out with people just because they are nice to hang out with, and that's it. But I always use career achievement as the one and only ruler for myself. I think I really believe that without a successful career, I would worth nothing. The funny thing is when the rat race was there, I didn't think that I would need it. And after I got rid of it and now it's gone, a part of me still try to cling on the shadow. It may sound paradoxical, but I loved my job. I was a workaholic. I worked through the weekends. When there was nothing for me to do, I would look for stuff to do. I constantly thought about work, about ways to improve, to test things out. And at the same time, I neglected every other area of my life. I didn't take good care of what I eat. I totally ignored my mental health. It was crazy to the point that I told myself, unlike people, work would never betray me. Now when I think about it, this sounds so much like the men going their own way kind of mindset. I even contemplated seriously the possibility of not having a family. Later on, when I saw the meaninglessness of such a corporate life, I was still pretty adamant, and it took me a long time to realize that there are other things I want to do, to experience, to learn. And my job was literally eating me up. Work for me was all or nothing. So I'm not sure if I go back to a 9 to 5 again, I could balance work and family. And I'm afraid that I may resent my family. I'm afraid of that scenario. And so between to die regretfully and to deal with the guilt of not having a successful career, I chose to deal with the latter. Even now when I'm telling this to you, I don't know why I feel guilty. To whom I feel guilty. Maybe to my parents, maybe to my ancestors who have given me so much luck in life, yet I still haven't achieved anything significant. Certainly never will. I so much appreciate what I have, and it may sound ridiculous, but there were days I woke up and I cried because I felt so glad that I was still alive, that I still had limbs, I still had a whole day ahead of me. I guess I feel guilty because I feel that I haven't given back enough. I think it's very important for us to clearly define what kind of success we want. Or else, if we don't do it, then we will blindly, automatically take on other people's ideas of success, and they may not be at all suitable for us. Not until I asked myself. I clinged onto career achievement as a measure of my worth. Is it because I value career above everything else? Or is it because career and money are straightforward and convenient to measure? And immediately I knew my answer. My answer was the latter. Other areas of life do not have a straightforward ruler. If you work for a company, if you're in a job, you have a ladder, you have the numbers in your bank account, you have your properties, etc., etc. But let's say if I want to be a good parent, I have no scale. How am I gonna tell that I'm a good parent, and how good am I compared to other parents? So I figured out, for me, it all boils down to measurement problem. What are other areas of life that you could look at to define your own success? My advice is consult the people who you spend a lot of time with, because they may know something about you that you may not even aware of. For me, I never thought I was creative. I graduated with a finance degree. I got into my first company with an analyst position in the marketing department. And when I knew that the finance department was looking for someone, I immediately asked the GM to move me to finance. But then he told me that he wouldn't recommend because I would be bored out of my mind within 1 week. He said that I need to deal with something that requires my creativity. Dude, I spent 2 years to get that Bachelor of Finance. I got the high distinction for every finance unit, and now you're telling me that finance is not for me. It's like my whole life is a lie. Other colleagues also told me that I look more like a marketing person and not a finance person. And I was like, my worst unit was marketing 101, and I hated marketing. I thought marketing was phony. I could never see myself in marketing. But then my colleagues and my boss's comments really opened my mind. Maybe I could be creative. Maybe I should do something creative. Maybe success for me is to persistently create and experiment. For example, this YouTube thingy. And the thing about creative stuff is that I have to be consistent. And I've been setting consistent as the goal for myself. And I just need to share what I create. I should stop sabotaging myself. I should stop talking myself down. I should stop telling me that this is horrible, this is shit, and I have zero talent and blah blah blah. But so yeah, talk to the people who you spend a lot of time with, because they may know something about you. Nobody could tell you what kind of life is the best or worst for you. I really don't like the fact that having your own business, escaping the rat race, is portrayed as the way out, as the bed of roses, whereas corporate jobs have been demonized mercilessly. It's like when you have a 9-to-5 job, then you're the sucker, you're the slave, you're the miserable little creature that cannot even stand for yourself. Dude, you suffer either way. The question is what kind of suffering you want to choose for yourself. My message is, as long as you make the best out of the path that you have chosen, you will thrive. Do I see the common theme between the lifestyle that I choose and the lying flat trend in China? No, not really, because that trend is about foregoing every single life effort, including job, marriage, family, and social life. I don't forego marriage or family. I'm working on building a family. I still want children. I want to build meaningful connections. Over the years, I've learned that having the right kind of people in my life is the best way to create fulfilling life. There's an archetype in the 19th century Russian novels called Superfluous man. He's somebody who's sheltered, who doesn't have to be worried about his money, who spends most of his time pondering on the philosophical, existential questions of life, but remains a bystander of society even though he's aware of the injustice around him. Do I look like that character? Some of you may think I do. I sometimes wonder the same thing. But no, I do speak up what I think, what I believe, and if there's something bugging me, I would fight tooth and nail against it. But because right now, nothing really bugs me. Like, the world is great, life is fine. I'm not sure if it's because I'm super low on neuroticism that I always think life is fine. My boyfriend once told me that even if I'm sitting on fire, I would still think everything is fine. Well, when there are enough people panicking about absolutely everything and think that the world is gonna end, there need to be somebody like me to balance the energy out, or else it will become a self-fulfilling prophecy. The society needs somebody like me who thinks that people should need to chill the hell out, everything is fine. People just need to get their heads out of their butts once in a while. And I also need to get my head out of my butt to see that, like everyone else's, my existence is intrinsically worthy without career achievement. Yep. Okay, that's it for today's video. I hope that I wasn't ranting too much. I hope you enjoy, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye bye.